Ubin, surprised to see Mensu, asked if she had changed her mind about attending. Mensu simply nodded, but she couldn't shake the feeling of being out of place among all the high-class guests. Noticing her discomfort, Ubin reassured her, admitting that he also didn't enjoy being around rich people and found their conversations boring. He smiled and told her not to worry since they were in the same situation. Mensu couldn't help but laugh. Remembering Yuna's request, Mensu excused herself, saying she needed some fresh air. Yuna, left alone with Wubin, beamed at him. Wubin playfully ruffled her hair, telling her she looked like a cute puppy. Smiling, Yuna complimented his appearance. However, her excitement quickly faded when Wubin casually called her "little sis," something she clearly didn't want to hear. Outside, Mensu stood on the balcony, questioning why she had agreed to come. She told herself she needed to stop feeling guilty about saying no to people, realizing that Yuna had dragged her into this party simply because she hadn't been firm in her refusal. As she stood deep in thought, Sunjin passed by with his father. He caught sight of Mensu and was visibly surprised to see her there. He instinctively tried to approach her, but his father grabbed his arm, reminding him that people were waiting inside. With a final glance at Mensu, Sunjin walked back in, greeted by a round of applause as he took the stage. Mensu followed him back inside and stood next to Wubin, who handed her a glass of red wine. They both watched as Sunjin addressed the crowd, thanking everyone for coming. He then mentioned that his birthday was not only a special day for him, but also the anniversary of his brother's death. He expressed that he was not just celebrating his own life, but also honoring his late brother's memory. The audience applauded his heartfelt words. Before Sunjin could cut his birthday cake, his father took the microphone and asked him to wait, announcing that he had something important to share. Sunjin's expression changed immediately, already knowing what his father was about to do. As his father continued speaking, Sunjin's eyes searched the crowd until they landed on Mensu. He silently communicated with her, urging her to trust him. Sunjin's father then formally introduced Kim, who walked onto the stage with a bright smile. He proudly announced the engagement between Sunjin and Kim, stating that their union would not only bring happiness, but also strengthen the ties between their families. The room erupted in applause. Mensu stood frozen, knowing she needed to trust Sunjin, but unable to stop her heart from breaking. She could physically feel the pain of it shattering into pieces. Overwhelmed, she tried to leave, but Wubin gripped her hand tightly. Leaning in, he whispered that she needed to be strong and shouldn't let them see her fall apart. Holding on to Wubin's hand tightly, she struggled to keep her tears from falling. Wubin whispered again, telling her that he was there for her. He promised she could squeeze his hand or even scratch it if it helped her relieve the pain. Mensu listened to him and held onto his hand even tighter. On stage, Sunjin and Kim cut the cake together as the crowd clapped once more. As Kim walked off the stage, she deliberately approached Mensu. Looking her directly in the eyes, she coldly told her that it was game over. Then, with a smirk, she purposely spilled wine all over Mensu's dress and walked away. Gasps filled the room as everyone turned to look at Mensu. Whispers spread quickly, with people recognizing her as the girl rumored to have seduced Sunjin. Judgmental murmurs filled the air. Overcome with humiliation, Mensu let go of Wubin's hand and ran toward the exit. Wubin turned to Sunjin, his face full of anger. Furious, he called Sunjin a coward before storming out after Mensu. Sunjin instinctively moved to follow, but his father grabbed his shoulder, sternly reminding him that today was about honoring his late brother.